Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of Game Chat Tonight with the Huber Rebels. My name is Ethan,
My name is Jordan.
and we're going to chat about some games. This is a new format, new show that we're doing. We're moving away from talking about absolutely everything on our main podcast, and so I'm going to run the show tonight and talk about games exclusively. What's going on? What are we doing? And anything and everything else that we want to talk about. So, uh, in the past, we've kind of rolled everything into the podcast, but this kind of gives us a dedicated segment to kind of get into whatever we want to talk about. This being episode 1, I thought it was appropriate to wear this shirt. It's dangerous to go alone. I am not going on this alone. I've
No.
got Jordan next to me, and we're going to go on this adventure. Very appropriate as I just nearly finished Tears of the Kingdom almost a year later after it came out.
Nice.
Not because I'm not a gamer, but because that game is massive and also life.
There's no way that game is almost a year old. That's
Yeah,
that's
May.
insane.
We're
Oh my
two
god.
months almost exactly from it being a year old,
Well,
and I'm almost 100% at it.
considering it took me 5, 6 years to beat the first one, I feel like I still have some time, so I don't feel too bad.
But we'll talk more about that later in the
Yes.
show. Um, we're going to kick this off with some news right away. There has been a lot going on. We obviously technically have all of history before us of news to talk about since this is episode 1,
Yeah.
but we're going to start more recent. There's some
Gotta start
actual
somewhere.
uh, kind of big show last week, the State of Unreal, and we're gonna, I guess, use that to start off the state of this show. Did you see all that kind of was announced? I know I sent you a few things.
Yeah, I saw a handful of things. I honestly did not realize that State of Unreal was its own show. I thought these were, I really just thought these were standalone things that were all coming out at once. I didn't know. Was this part of GDC?
I believe this was part of it was yeah, it was I don't know if I think it was at GDC. I don't know the specifics of that. Um, but definitely a part of that.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was at GDC. I should
cool.
know that obviously, but um yeah, GDC Game Developers Conference. Honestly, one of the few without E3 now. Death of E3. What a perfect time to start a gaming show. We did go to E3 in 2018.
We did.
Um, it hoped and recorded a lot of content that RIP got deleted on my hard drive. Remember that? Yeah,
Is that what happened?
yeah, that's what
I
happened. One of
I
the most
do have
devastating days.
some of the GoPro footage, but it's not that great. I think it's just chest footage of some games that we were playing, which
I'll
is
take it.
something.
Anything.
Yeah.
That's historical archive footage, considering that uh, E3 is now dead. Very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
But I was on Twitter and I just like saw like random stuff popping up. I didn't realize that that event was going on. Like you said, I didn't know this was like an annual thing now, but it kind of seems like it's becoming. Unreal is really starting to dominate the industry, um, and not just the games industry. It's they use it for like Mandalorian and like Star Wars and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
I'm pretty
wild.
sure.
I did not realize that, but that doesn't surprise me considering it's like the best graphics engine that there is.
Yeah, and I think the easiest. The first we're on Unreal Engine 5. I still remember the Unreal Engine 3 demo. Like that they publicized. It was like a guy smoking and I was like, this is the most incredible thing ever. No game even looked like that, but that's kind of like the bar. And then remember the demo they showed us that was like the first look at what PS5 games could look like. It was like the girl in the desert with all the
Yes.
cool lighting and all of that. That I feel like I'm still waiting for that. And they kicked the show off with something that looked like that and better, I
Better.
would say.
Yeah.
Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. I that was one of the quickest you've ever responded.
It was
to a
perfect
text.
timing. It was perfect timing.
Yeah, and yeah, that just kind of all fell into place. But I was like, this doesn't look real. How is this real? I know you had said you didn't even remember they announced it.
No, I was not aware of this game. There's a handful of Marvel games that are floating around out there in the distance, and this was not one that was on my radar, and it very much is now. Um, it almost looks too real. It actually looks. I thought it was fake. I thought what you sent me was someone playing a trick on the world, being like, "Look at this game that's coming," but really they just got some friends to film something. Um,
That's what
yeah,
it looks like now. Like are we finally getting to that?
it looks bonkers. I
Yeah. I
Go ahead.
no, say what you were gonna say.
No, I'm curious how the gameplay of this game will be. It's exciting to get to play as all these new superheroes and see how they can integrate their mechanics. Because Spider-Man, perfect video game
Yep.
character. Um, I didn't play
Batman. I don't know
Avengers.
if you played those games.
I can understand playing as Batman is very like physical, probably very punchy kind of thing. But Captain America throwing his shield, Black Panther running really fast, probably on all fours. Lots of like, oh yeah, that I'm very excited to play as these new characters.
The whole throwing the shield. I mean, the closest I guess analogy we have to that is God of War series with
Yeah,
throwing the
true.
axe and pulling that back, and that is one of the best feeling game mechanics. Period.
Very
If they
true.
can, without ripping that off, get close to that. Oh my God, let's go! Like that. The whole we kind of talked about this on the podcast, the oversaturation of Star Wars, the oversaturation of Marvel. Avengers came out. I remember when that they had said that was in development, and it was kind of like leading. It was the Infinity Saga wasn't even over yet, and it was kind of like, okay, like this could be amazing. And then they showed it, and it looked like knockoff movie stuff, weird live service. I know
Yeah,
tons of people love that game, but did you play it at all?
not at all. It was also a weird time for us to be getting a new, different Iron Man after we just lost the most iconic, one of the most iconic movie characters of all time. So then they're like, "Hey, here's this different Iron Man." I'm like, "No, thank you. I'm good." Um, no, I never played it, and I never would have, especially as a live service kind of thing. Um, but I want to play as those characters, just not in that format.
There is a rumored Iron Man game in
More than
development,
rumored,
I
right?
believe.
That is happening, I thought.
Is it confirmed? I
I
forget
think
who's
so.
developing it, but I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. So we've got Iron Man coming, we've got Wolverine coming. That's going to be incredible. Uh, but this seems like the right timing with the right studio and the right people, the right tech, the right setting. It feels like everything's falling into place
Yep.
for this almost to be the best thing Marvel has going for it right now. We just had Spider-Man 2. I still have not played that, embarrassingly. Like I said, I've just been playing Zelda and Life. That will be coming up soon. Maybe on a PS5 Pro. I don't know. We'll see how things shake out the rest of the year. But I love who they casted. The it feels like the right people in 1943. It's T'Challa's grandfather
Yep.
and a younger Cap. I everything in that 3 minutes, however long that trailer uh, was speaking to me. So I think that's something. And 2025, so not too far away.
Is it meant to be? No, it's not meant to be. It's not MCU timeline at all. It's just something completely separate, right?
My guess is it's possible it can be in a game
Could be.
universe,
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, I like that
leaving Avengers out.
it doesn't feel too different. It feels like it could slot in with whatever we know, but it doesn't have to. You can separate if you want. You can piece it in if you want, and that's exactly how I like this
Yeah.
stuff. Motive is who is
Yeah.
making the Iron Man game, by the way.
Yes. Okay. That sounds right. EA, I guess.
Yeah.
if they're smart, what they will be doing, and Anthem is taking a little bit of what they had in
Yes.
Anthem, because everybody said this would be a great Iron Man game, and they're like, okay, let's forget that. Let's just steal some of that tech and make a proper Iron Man game.
Because that
Imagine
was all
that in
about
Unreal 5.
the like mech suit kind of things, right? Flying around.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who made that?
yeah. BioWare, I'm pretty sure.
BioWare. Okay.
Bust. Bust of a game. And I could be
Depressing.
totally wrong. I'm pretty sure it was BioWare though.
Okay. No, that sounds right.
Uh, yeah. Very, very excited. That is how they basically opened the show. And it's helmed by Amy Hennig of Uncharted fame.
Yeah. I was not
She
familiar
she was the
with
one.
her, who she is. I've heard the name 1,000 times. I just didn't know who she was. I didn't know she was like a
Yeah.
director, like story person for all these major things.
She was also the one working on the Star Wars game. That was kind of like when we weren't getting any big Star Wars games. I think it was even before Fallen. We got Fallen Order. Ragtag. Got
Okay.
a couple clips of that. She was behind that, and they pulled that out from under her.
That sucks.
So this is now what
I'm
happens.
blown away. And it's, yeah, like you said, it's relatively soon. So that's very exciting.
One 2025 seems to be the year that next gen is gonna finally kick off. Which
More
that's
than
fine. COVID, shortage, all that.
sure. Do you think a generation officially progresses usually a good chunk into the console generation? Like, do you think it takes some time for the people to have the console to make a game and then progress on that game making their next one for to really make the like technological advancements?
Now that we have cross-platform and cross-generation, yes. But you think when the PS2 came out, day one it was like, what? PS1 couldn't do this.
Right.
PS3, nearly day one. Whoa. The PS2 couldn't do this. Trying to think. PS4.
I
PS4
would
had that moment.
did it? I would say less so for sure, but
The one I'm thinking of is 2K. NBA 2K was a significant jump day one. That was probably the showcase game. Whereas PS3 characters kind of looked like cartoons and
yeah.
it looked more like real people. However, and this is kind of the case with every system, you compare day one to year three, and it's like maybe
Night and
not
day.
quite night and day, but it's I don't know, dusk and dawn, something like that. Stupid analogy. So we'll see. So far, I don't think I've played any exclusive PS5 games that aren't on PS4.
No?
Definitely games that run better, like significantly better, and that's kind of the been the pitch. But yeah, nothing that looks like this. This
Right. Oh
is
yeah,
like
yeah,
what
yeah.
we've been waiting for.
Sure.
And yeah, it's cool. It's actually funny because Fortnite came out last generation. That was one of the bigger innovations of the PS4 or Xbox One gen.
I forget how bad it looked when it first started in all
Did it look that
aspects.
bad?
I mean, it didn't look bad. It looked good for what it was, but they've made it so much better. The terrain, the mobility, the character
Yeah.
models, everything has improved so much, but like it's been gradual. So it doesn't feel like that big of a jump, but when you go back and look at season 1 Fortnite, you're like, "Oh my god, this feels like an old generation of a game." So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me that it came out last gen. And it's getting some
Do you
improvements
remember?
too.
Oh, definitely. Do you remember when you first heard about Fortnite?
Not specifically. I jumped in season 2, I think. I kind of I kind of do
I do
remember because
remember
I was
hearing
watching
about it.
all of the PUBG games. I was
Okay.
obsessed with watching my favorite YouTubers play PUBG, and I was kind of getting familiar with Fortnite because Ninja was doing like the kill records and stuff like that, like him and Dr.
Oh,
Lupo, or
wow.
there was some other guy, I forget his name, but yeah, I started seeing those, and then I was watching those videos, and I was obsessed, and then I realized that the game was free, and I'm like, oh, I should try this, and it wasn't fun at all until I had people to play with, and then I was obsessed.
Yeah, it's interesting to think back on. I love that you said PUBG because I remember the first time I saw like a PUBG clip, I was like, what is this? I was like, oh wait, oh people are just in here together and like crazy dynamic things are happening. Like it seems so bizarre how new of a concept that was. Yes, at this point, nearly 10 years ago. Um,
Yeah.
but the and then I remember like kind of like wrapping my head around, oh my God, 100 people in a match? You can put 100 people in a match? Like we didn't have 100-player multiplayer.
No.
PS3 had some game. Sony tried some Mag. It's called Mag, and it was like 100 people against each other. I want to say it was something like that. And it was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Usually on consoles it was below 60 in like COD and
Like, what
Battlefield and
about,
stuff.
yeah, Battlefield? Those were pretty big, right? Yeah, like 60-ish.
Not
64.
100 people.
No, no, no.
I even want to say it was 64 people on PC, and console couldn't even get to that.
Right.
But I don't remember. I could be totally wrong.
I don't want to go
Uh,
too far into this, but I just want to look up real quick. So the predecessor to PUBG was H1Z1, which I never watched. I didn't really know anything about that, but online
so
lobby
I
counts.
don't know about H1Z1, but I was actually gonna say the first kind of one that I was thinking of was DayZ.
PUBG reminds me a lot of DayZ.
And DayZ was literally it was a mod of Arma, this like military simulator. And that was right after I built my PC, my first PC in 2012. And I remember trying to like figure out how to play DayZ, and it was like you're in this world and you're surviving, and like I was just enthralled by that concept. Could never get it to work right, but just the idea that you could like run into a stranger in this shared game world, and you'd have to who's gonna win, who's gonna win.
We played that a little bit, didn't we? I mean, I don't think I played, but you and I dabbled in that
Probably
game
met
for a little bit, I thought.
like on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably goofed around with it.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Um I can't find how big the lobbies were for H1Z. When I saw something that said 140 people, but that has to be current, not when it started, because that would be insane.
I
For
think
like,
that's newer. Yeah.
and then before that was Minecraft Hunger Games, and I
Oh
watched
my goodness.
hundreds of Captain Sparkle's Minecraft Hunger Games videos.
You're taking me way back.
So
I didn't even connect that.
I've been obsessed with this genre for a very long time.
That's really funny. Yeah, Minecraft Hunger Games was one of the coolest things. I mean, even going back to the first time we tried to play Minecraft multiplayer, and I had to figure out how to install a multiplayer server through my router, just so that we could play a multiplayer world. We built up a base, built up another portal, and it wouldn't light. Has that required like another world?
They
Wow. Yeah, so things have changed a lot.
they have, yeah, many generations we just talked about even.
What were you gonna say?
No, I nothing. I don't think I'm good.
Uh, the last thing I'll say about Fortnite when it was OG Fortnite was when it was first announced. It was announced as a survival game, where like survive the night, build up a base. Never would have imagined it would become what it is today. Uh,
Yeah, this was the side mode.
Defining battle. Yeah, really. That was off of the inspiration of PUBG.
Yeah. Yeah, I had never heard of
But
it.
it's crazy. Well,
I didn't even know that save the world mode was a thing. I only heard of Battle Royale first.
yeah, same. That's still the other than all the new things, pretty much all I've played in Fortnite.
Yeah.
And I actually have you to thank for that, for being the pioneer there.
We've had a lot of fun. It got you your first win. That was a great time. But I don't think we like really had fun in Fortnite together until recently.
Yeah. Once they fixed the mobility, I was more down.
Same. That's what brought me back.
Yeah, that was a big change. And all the characters.
How could we not?
Goes, well, Fortnite has been I've made a few predictions about Fortnite.
Yes.
And it's kind of crazy that it's played out the way it is. Going back to kind of like early on our channel, I don't know if we were just doing loot boxes at the time or if we had started our main podcast, but at E3 with where I wrote my first article.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
First and only. I was just watching. I don't even remember exactly what I was thinking, but I got up and I was like, I need to write about this, and it felt like Fortnite was changing everything. Crossplay, which is now almost a staple part of everything, was people were like, you'll never's a really big word, be able to play with somebody on Xbox while you're on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And
That was 2018, right?
solely because, yeah, solely because of Fortnite, they pushed all those companies to have to work together.
I love it.
And now
And
that's
you
the world we live in.
called it.
Yeah, it had to happen. And I'm pretty sure Fortnite is going to continue doing that.
Yeah.
And people are going to
Pioneering
continue to
the
deny it.
gaming world, you mean?
It's crazy. I mean, state of Unreal, and now you have other studios debuting their games and everything that Unreal Engine has become. And I mean, good for them. They're gonna make a lot of money off of it. But they've won what, best ongoing game at the Game Awards multiple times. We've continued to play it. You can kind of like come and go.
Yeah, totally. They have so many modes now too that like you can bounce around. You don't have to play Battle Royale. You can play Lego. You can play racing. You can play whatever the rock band mode is. There's going to be more stuff coming not that long from now. Like
Fortnite Festival.
they'll give Fortnite Festival. Yeah, they'll make it so that anything you want to play, you can just play here. So why not play it here? You're so invested already.
What year did Ready Player One come out?
2018?
What, like 19? 18, around the same time?
Yeah.
Because that's basically what Fortnite's becoming.
Oh yeah. With this Disney multiverse hub thing.
They're referencing it now. So I think it's their target. The demos, I don't know how many of the demos you saw, but it was like they're melding the art styles too now,
Yep.
which is incredible. Physics are coming. That might be the thing I'm most excited for Fortnite.
Oh, that video was so awesome that you sent me. With all the tires falling over and the walls breaking and yeah, I can't wait for that. Cuz
That's one of the last bastions of
like we could have like destructible buildings like in Battlefield or something. You still, that
Yes.
kind of takes away from the heart of Fortnite, which is, well, I mean, you could still build, but the break. No, no,
Oh
no.
no,
Just screw it. Just break it.
no,
Like
it
you
will.
pick and yeah,
Yeah, no,
and
it's
then you'll
gonna
get
fit
those
in
resources if you're building. I
perfectly.
love that. Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. I can't wait for that.
this is the next huge evolution of Fortnite. You get like it. I don't even really know how to describe it. Like they're making it. It's been so like cartoony and stiff and everything. But if you go back to like day one, and I remember you were like, no, they can't change it. Like it won't be Fortnite anymore. No, Fortnite is now anything.
I've had that bad take about a number of things. I felt that way about
It's not a bad take.
Minecraft. I mean, it's a take that the world is not agreeing with me on, and they're going in a separate direction from what I'm saying and succeeding with it. Yeah, I'm like, no, Minecraft can't change. You can't have customizable skins. Stop adding so many animals to the game. And they're like, no, and we're making tons of money. I'm like, okay, well, cool, but I like it now. So I was wrong, and same with Fortnite. I don't know where it was. I found a video of us talking. It was one of the Heroes podcasts. It's when they came out with the Batman skin, and I was like, "This is stupid. I hate this. It's." I said it feels like a cash grab. It feels like they're selling out. It feels like they're like watering everything down. I was like, I like the knockoff skins. I like Junk Lord and the fake John Wick. Those were things I said.
I
And
remember.
and now I'm obsessed with collecting all these favorite characters of mine in Fortnite to play all of these different game modes, and I can't believe I ever thought that.
It's genius. I want a cooking mode. I just thought of that. I want to cook with Darth Vader. Because why not?
Overcooked in Fortnite.
Oh my god. Yeah, basically. Well, you honestly, so UEFN. This is
Yeah.
the Fortnite creator mode. I haven't messed with it. I'm assuming it's for more like dev type people, but seems to be the platform to make absolutely anything, if not now, eventually.
It's like Dreams, but
Yeah.
Fortnite. It's wild the stuff that people have made.
And it's only gonna continue to like this is still the beginning. We haven't even scratched the surface. The fact, like you said, that Disney just signed a $1.5 billion deal. I mean, that's that picture alone or little clip of like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Bring it on. I'm very, very excited.
Do you
The
th- do you think Disney will be the only one for a long time to have that kind of deal with them, or do you think more people are going to want to jump into that metaverse with them also, like Warner Brothers, Universal, like, or I guess Universal is Disney now, or no, no, Fox is Disney. You know what I mean? Like, will Disney kind of have that cornered for a while?
they're definitely already talking with other people.
Yeah,
That's just how business works.
right.
That got announced, that got finalized. They're definitely having conversations with everyone.
Yeah,
Or like
Disney's
at different stages. And it could
Di-
be an inquiry or whatever. Yeah.
Disney's the biggest umbrella, and it's crazy that they got them first. But yeah,
They got Lego first.
right, true. Yeah, I guess that is part of this
Lego
multiverse thing.
invested Lego invested $2 billion. I mean, yeah, let's talk about Lego. They have their own Minecraft.
Yep, and it's good.
That's insane. I will say we don't play it, but there is Roblox. Shout
Tr-
out to Roblox for existing.
yes,
That's kind of a metaverse, but
totally. Are
I sorry, no, thank you.
are there licensed things in Roblox?
That's what I don't think there are,
Really?
and that's the difference for me. I think people, their companies have probably made things in Roblox, but it's not like Fortnite.
Roblox made $2 billion in 2022. That's pretty good. Um, I'm trying to see if Roblox has any licensed stuff. It does not seem like it. Yeah. Huh. I wonder if they ever will, or if they
No.
can.
Roblox has like child suicide simulators
What?
that parents freak out about because people make everything. Roblox is just like anything and everything. It's a little too Wild West.
Sure.
And I obviously used an extreme example, but I feel like that was a news headline I saw at some point. You're never going to see that with Fortnite.
No. It's weird,
Uh,
even though they've gotten a little bit more. There was something that happened recently where like now their games are like child protected. Like you have to agree that you are a teen to like play this mode or something. And I feel like that wasn't the case even for the battle royale before. But like, yeah, they're even trying to keep that stuff protected and make sure the right people are playing their games and modes. So that's good.
yeah. No. We'll be right here following everything, playing everything, and we'll see where this goes.
I will never
But
stop playing Fortnite. Yeah.
no, I mean we've invested too much at this point.
Very true.
But why don't we go ahead and take a little break for ad read for Patreon? Check us out. We got some other shows, and we'll be right back.
If you like what we do, we'd really appreciate if you'd consider supporting us on Patreon. Now more than ever, small independent teams need all the help they can get, and we'd love to have you join the rebellion.
Joining us on Patreon can get you a wide array of perks, starting with our 1-star tier. Joining this tier will get you voting rights for Movie Madness, our weekly journey through an actor's entire filmography.
Our 2-star tier will give you extended episodes of the Hebrew Rebels podcast, Game Chat Tonight, and Movie Madness, both ad-free and a day early. Plus, you can write into those shows for a chance to have your questions and comments read on the podcast.
The 3-star tier delivers the most value with our Patreon exclusive shows. You will get a monthly episode of Crossword Struggle and Climbing the Ranks. And we have more exclusive shows planned to add even more value to this tier.
Next, as a 4-star Rebel, your name will be listed in an on-screen shoutout on each of our weekly scheduled shows.
Finally, you can be one of only 24 people to be considered a Founding Rebel. You will receive a limited edition Founding Rebel t-shirt. Your name will be read on each of our shows as a Founding Rebel, and you will forever be remembered as one of the very few people to truly help start the rebellion.
Visit patreon.com/Hebrew Rebels for more information. Thank you so much for your support, and back to the show.
All right, welcome back, and a couple other news things we're going to touch on before we talk about whatever else we want to. But Switch 2, PS5 Pro, they kind of speak for themselves. Where do you stand on either of those? Let's start with the Switch 2. 7 years after
2.
we stood in line.
Is the question like, am I going to get one?
How do you feel about it? Where do you, if I it's a kind of open ended, but like just gut check. Like
Okay.
I said, 7-year anniversary just passed. It's
I
a long time.
wish I have been playing my Switch more in the last 7 years. I haven't used it that much. I played Zelda. That took up a lot of time. That was over 100 hours. I played Mario Odyssey. I played Luigi's Mansion 3. And a couple of small things in 7 years. And
Mario Kart?
honestly, not even as much as I should have. I feel like I have really dropped the ball on Mario Kart even. I'm sure we played it a lot at that time, but it hasn't, rolled with me this whole time. Didn't play Pokemon. I didn't play Smash. So I don't feel like I necessarily get as much out of it as I want to. However, I will most likely get the new one. I will get the new one. Of course I will.
like to hear it.
Of course I will.
Nintendo, man. What do you think would get you to play it more?
Honestly, just finding a better daily routine. Like, I do need a little bit more games. Like, I don't necessarily have a trove of games on the Nintendo. I could go back, but not current games that I'm like itching to play. There's some kind of like indie games that I'm like that might be kind of fun on my Switch. Like it just feels good handheld, or I can play it in bed or something for a little bit. But if I could find a good flow in my daily routine to where I have some time to just sit down and play it, I'll do that. And I don't know, maybe more games coming to both PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. But I'm not gonna play the big games on my Switch. I'm gonna play it on my PlayStation. So I don't know.
I would say it's not about quantity. I don't, for me personally, like, because I was trying to think, I hit most of the big ones that you mentioned, not too many others, but Mario and Zelda, Metroid. I don't know if you'd ever play Metroid.
I'm intrigued by four. I'll check that out when that comes.
I would highly recommend Remastered, Metroid Prime
Okay.
Remastered.
Okay.
It's first person shooter, updated controls. One of my favorite and one of the best games ever made, period.
It's first person?
Yeah.
What are the Metroidvania ones then?
So, okay, so Metroid first game was on NES,
Right.
doing a little Metroid history lesson. Then Super Metroid came out on the Super Nintendo. Okay, sorry. Metroid 2 came out on the Game Boy and was uh, very highly regarded. Even though like it was on the Game Boy, it was very much like the first Metroid. Very claustrophobic. They just remade that one for the 3DS, so it's much
Okay.
more accessible.
Yeah.
Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo, these are all 2D. Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo is what changed everything. That game is in the conversation of greatest of all time, period. Greatest games of all time, period. Super
Okay.
Metroid. I finally played that on Switch with my Super Nintendo controller. It's amazing. Then they remade the first game for Game Boy Advance, Metroid Zero Mission, kind of in the vein of Super Metroid. So it's still 2D. Like that's still like what we're cooking with.
Yeah.
Actually, that might have been after. That might have been after. Regardless, in 2001 or 2002, when the GameCube came out, Retro Studios was like, curveball, Metroid is now first person. And they released
Oh.
Metroid Prime on the GameCube. And it was just like, what? Metroid is a 2D Metroidvania. That is what Metroid is. You made it 3D. You can't pull that off. Oh, they pulled it off and made
I
one of the
did
greatest games
not
of all time.
realize that. Okay, cool.
It's incredible. And they just last year released the like they called it like remastered or whatever. Like it's beautiful. They updated it like it's the exact same core game with better graphics on the Switch, and it runs at
What
60 frames per second, smooth.
I know I could answer this for myself by
Yeah,
looking it up right now, but Dread, is that 2D or first person?
that's 2D.
Okay.
So Metroid Zero Mission, remake of the first game. So Metroid slash Zero Mission is the first game. Metroid 2, Return of Samus, I think is what it's called, is the second game. That includes the remake on 3DS. Super Metroid is 3. Then, in conjunction with Metroid Prime, they made Metroid Fusion,
Mm.
which is Metroid 4. And that was in conjunction with Prime on the GameCube. When they announced Dread, it was announced Metroid 5.
Oh wow.
However many years later, people thought they'd never see it.
Yeah.
And it's 2D. They also made Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 2 came out on the GameCube. Metroid Prime 3 was on the Wii.
Wow. Huh.
Everybody's still waiting for those remaster games. That's why so Metroid Prime 4 is the next big one that everybody's waiting for. Metroid
Okay.
never sold. on the Switch, it has sold gangbusters. So it should be alive and well.
I will check out Remastered. I'm intrigued now.
Obviously, if you have time or don't have time, but of all of them, it's on my list to play.
Yeah.
Uh, like you said, I only have so much time, and I put it all into Zelda.
What so yeah, that's the Switch. I will get the two, and that's what? That's early 2025 now it looks like.
Yep, it was supposed to be this fall, and they've pushed it to. It'll probably be the 8th anniversary of the Switch.
Okay.
Probably launch with Metroid Prime 4, unless they release Metroid Prime 4 this fall as like the swan song to the regular Switch, and then an upgraded version. I don't know. Um, but the fact that we haven't got another Mario since Odyssey either is kind of insane.
Feels like that has to be
They're
a launch
cooking
game, I would
something.
think, right?
Yeah, that's a launch game for Switch 2, 100%. And it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Do we know what it is? Do we know if it's LSE2 or something else, or we don't know, right?
I think so. The only other Mario game they released on the Switch was when they re-released Mario 3D World, the one we played a little bit,
Yeah.
the four of us, and it was plus
Bowser's Fury.
Bowser's Fury, and it was like this. It was kind of like an open world Mario.
Oh.
So my gut says they're working on something like an open world Mario.
Oh my god. Oh. That would be
Which like
awesome.
doesn't seem possible, right?
God, you would feel like Mario in the movie, like coming up into the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's like you
Yes.
can go do anything on anything. Oh my God, that would be awesome. I mean,
So
no, Odyssey's not like that. I was thinking New Donk Fury is, or not what the New Donk Fury,
New
New
Donk
Donk
City.
City is like a small version of that, but you're talking
Oh,
blown out.
no, I love the New Donk City call out because that level was incredible.
Yeah,
And it
it
did
was.
feel like you're just in this world. But imagine that like on even another level.
Hmm. That's
So we
exciting.
just got the new 2D Mario. That's checked off. It's coming.
That
Plus, they
will,
just announced the new movie.
yeah. That alone will make me buy the new console. And then Taylor can have mine, and she has a light that she never uses, and that makes me sad. But that's okay.
And she hasn't played Zelda.
Nah, I don't think she would like it. I think
You
that's.
sure?
I think she
It's
would get
very
lost in
pick up
it.
and play.
I know it. I know. I don't know. I have a good feeling of the games that she likes, and
Yeah.
she's more of a Animal Crossing. She loves Fortnite,
Okay.
but she's obsessed with Dreamlight Valley right now. Still,
Oh
again,
yeah.
like, so those kind of games are good for her. I feel like Zelda's a little too big, maybe,
Yep. That's
and
fair.
not enough. Like, no, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say not enough like achievement checklisting, but there's plenty of that in Zelda.
Yeah. There's enough of that. Maya doesn't ever want to finish it. That's literally what she tells me. She never wants it to end.
I mean, you can make it last for a very long time, right? Even if you finish everything, you can still do stuff, especially with this new one where you can make stuff.
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, dude, there's so much. Like, yes. So, Switch 2. Rumors are it's going to be pretty powerful. Might even be able to run GTA 6. That seems like a long shot to me, but I'd consider getting that game in multiple places if I could play that on the Switch. Doesn't
Would it
seem like something that's possible.
would it be crossplay? Cross
I
progression?
don't know. I doubt cross progression, but
Yeah,
I
it
don't
seems
know.
unlikely.
There's never been a GTA on Switch, and somebody long ago rumored it might come. It just doesn't seem possible. So I will wait and I will see.
But there's games on Switch right now that don't seem possible. So honestly, GTA
Exactly.
6 seems quite possible to me, honestly. Like I'm sure they're working on all the optimizing and everything right now. So I believe it.
I do guarantee you I will be playing GTA 6 on a PS5 Pro though.
Yes, I'm with
Is
you.
that something that even it with me in terms of what I'm doing, or you're
Yep.
also considering it?
Nope, I'll get one because honestly, for the same reason, I will give Taylor this one and I'll use the new one. I didn't have a reason to have
Perfect.
multiple of these before, but now I have another
Yeah.
person I can give the other console to, and it just gives us more versatility.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yeah, totally.
100% what my plan is. I know I hear people being like, I don't really need one. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? A reason to buy a new console? And it's like a little bit more powerful? Like, yeah, sign me up for that.
You've never gotten a Pro anything before, right?
No.
No. Yeah, me neither. My no, yeah, me neither. I think my dad has a PS4 Slim in the living room. I
Great
don't think it's a
console.
Pro. Um, but yeah, I've never gotten anything after the initial day one launch console, except for like another PS3 because mine internally exploded. But
I only have one other console I've done that for. And I have you to thank for it.
really? PS2?
Because I was in the hospital post surgery.
Oh my God, yeah. That's right. The
I
DS,
got
3DS.
the I got the 3DS launch day full price for Ocarina of Time 3D. I was part of the ambassador program and they dropped the price a couple months later. Meant we got a bunch of free GameCube or Game Boy Advance games that you couldn't even buy. That was the only way to even get those games. And then it was the new 3DS XL that could play Super Nintendo games or whatever it was. Still one of my favorite consoles. I'll never get rid of
I
that.
forgot how beautiful this thing is.
The Majora's Mask one.
Is it? Oh, is that what? It's like black with the gold on it.
Oh yeah,
Wait, or no, wait. What do you have? Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time?
Majora's Mask. New 3DS
Oh,
XL Majora's Mask. Just a
got it.
beautiful piece of hardware.
Oh yeah, this one's even cooler.
That honestly, I should display.
You totally should.
That would be worth putting in the bookcase.
Yeah, go on Etsy, find a little stand for it. You don't even have to do that. Yeah, totally.
I have a dock.
Okay, cool.
Oh, they do have cool stands. That would look better than the dock. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't
you're.
know what I'm gonna do with my Switch though.
Uh, yeah, I feel like that's gonna
All
get.
right.
No, what? What were you gonna say?
No, I wanted to, I keep cutting you off. I wanted to know what you were gonna say before.
Just let me just say right now, and you brought this up last night. Apologies. We've realized that us living across the country has created a bit more of a delay than we're used to, and we're trying to roll with it. I think we'll get used to it a little bit more, but uh,
Yeah,
there's
we'll
nothing
figure
we
it
can do
out.
about that. No, I feel like the Switch is probably going to get stowed away because the Switch 2 will take its place. It's not that aesthetically pleasing. It's not like it has this kind of shell that you can put artwork on it. The case is cool, I guess, but um, yeah, I feel like it might kind of be sunset a little bit.
I'll probably put it with the gray. Yeah, I'm actually hoping I could. I just realized this won't be an option. It will be put into my Zelda case because it's going to be a lot bigger, so it will not fit in the case I've been using.
Um,
So, but I can
right.
display the Joy Cons,
I forgot you have
which I
cool
have the
Joy
Zelda
Cons.
ones and the Mario ones.
I never
Yeah.
got cool Joy Cons. I'm actually furious that we're almost to the end of the Switch and they never really did a good job with the Joy-Cons. That's insane.
I think with the whole drifting thing, they pulled back.
Do you think they'll do a better job with Switch 2?
100% they will not have they won't have drift. They'll do the
Not
whatever the Hall effect or
okay,
whatever that is. But yes, I think all in all it'll be better. I think they'll also be more pro
right,
quality.
right.
I think they have to be.
And
They're
then
gonna be
maybe
bigger
some more
too.
special edition stuff, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'd even be willing to go more custom. Get some custom stuff for the Switch
Yeah,
too.
I was thinking that too. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to get any color combination that you want of Joy-Cons. I
Yeah.
understand the drift thing. They don't want a whole bunch of them out there that people are then going to send back to fix the drifting, but yeah, that made me mad.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that.
This was my
It
solution.
Yes. I'm glad you grabbed that. I love that you got this. When you sent me a picture, I was very excited.
The Nitro deck. It's very can you see yourself? No. There you are.
Hmm.
It's very cool. Um and I got the purple GameCube color look. So
Beautiful.
yeah, they did
That's
not
a
let
cool
me
thing to
down.
display.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's very big. It's very bulky, but um so yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm in. I will I mean, we're talking to Switch 2 is a next gen console. So I will of course get that and this will be the first PlayStation Pro that I get and not feel remorseful about it.
Have you heard the any of Digital Foundry did a whole breakdown of what to expect? Have you heard anything?
Um
I can
I
give
heard a lot
I can
of
give you the cliff
terms
notes.
and numbers that I do not understand.
All right, I'll do my best to give the kind of high level what this thing's gonna do. 30% or 60% GPU upgrade. CPU is staying the same. There's going to be more RAM. Basically, this thing will be able to do ray tracing. So if your game or if you're playing a game that had maybe ray traced reflections, now they'll be able to add in ray traced shadows as well, which
Okay.
just makes better lighting, etc. Uh, they're also hoping to use machine learning. It's going to have a machine learning chip to up the resolution of everything. So usually they'll have to like dock the resolution to keep the frame rate. This will kind of allow the resolution to be still really good and get games to 60 and maybe even 4K 120. So in general, it's like also fully backwards compatible without like having to, just a patch, I believe. So the one I kept hearing referenced, and I'm curious because you beat it, Fallen or
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
How'd that run for you and in your memory?
Well, it was a little bit buggy, not as buggy as the first one. Um there was a couple places where it chugged, but for the most part it was fine. Um and I'm someone
Yeah.
who usually I try I tried putting it on. I always forget. Is Fidelity the one that looks better? Yes, right.
Yeah.
I tried putting it on
Yeah.
that and it was terrible. It was
Performance mode, right?
so few frames that I'm like, this is hurting my head. So I had to put it on performance, but that was fine and it still looked great. So
So ideally, we'll be able to run it with that level of smoothness with better looking resolution and graphics.
great. I love that.
So for me, I'm kind of like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I'm assuming Wolverine will be enhanced. They're going to enhance all the first party stuff. I figured maybe that's when I'll play Spider-Man if I can wait that long. I have a lot of other things to get through, I think, before I can justify getting that.
I don't think you're in a rush for that.
Yeah.
We're not getting any more Insomniac superhero stuff for quite a while. So yeah, that's a good call. I like that.
I think some Spider-Man DLC did leak.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I'll wait for that. That's fine. Maybe there's even get maybe. Oh my God, this is weird. Maybe I'll
A
even get the
bundle.
like Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bundle, depending on when all that comes out. I still have Forbidden West to play. We're gonna play Last of Us. Oh, this is getting ahead. Maybe we can. I want to see the next Ghost. I know we talked a little bit about Ghost recently, but oh, I want to see the next Ghost. Show me.
Me too. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna play that or Ragnarok next, or Last of Us if that's what you guys jump into. But since I have the director's cut, I don't know if that's part of that library that you were talking about also, or if I upgraded it at some point. But I really want to jump back into that.
It's so good, and that also just reminded me that Assassin's Creed Red is coming out later this year, and I will 100% want the PS5 Pro enhancements because they're gonna add like ray tracing for the first time to that game.
Oh my god, it's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, it's gonna be the most beautiful Assassin's Creed ever. There, it's all gonna be about shadows and like hiding in the shadows. So ray trace shadows, you can like put out torches, you can prone everything. Oh my god, I can't wait. I have to not get too excited. I just have to wait. That that will be hard for me not to pick up day one. Yes, sir.
When does that come out?
Fall.
And is it
We'll
called
know in
Red,
the summer.
or do we not know what it's called yet?
Code name.
Okay.
That's code name.
Okay.
But it's gonna be beautiful.
That may be
First,
the first one I play.
even if you don't beat it, it feels like it will be worth
Experiencing.
experiencing and feeling. Maybe that's one if I get it physical, you can borrow it or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. God, there's so many games to play. I'm glad we have this show
I
because
know,
it'll
but
motivate me.
like I said, it's not about quantity. I more and more as I as we're busier and busier, I'm like I only have time for quality.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, I gotta pick and choose like what I'm gonna play. Like Hogwarts, I still really want to play Hogwarts.
Yes, you do.
Are you playing? Are you playing anything right now?
Um, this is a really embarrassing couple of answers for the first episode, but uh, this show is going to keep me honest because I'm actually going to start trying games and have things to report back with. But I am still playing Power Wash Simulator because I'm trying to platinum it. I have a purpose. I'm
Oh
not.
yes, let's
It
go.
is a good game to play while I'm like listening back to the episodes and editing them. So like it's kind of a passive thing for me to do something else with. But I really want to get the platinum in it because I've had so much fun with it. Um, and I'm also playing, unless you want to go next, and I'll come back.
Go go.
I should have put this
I've only been
in.
playing one thing.
Okay. Oh, and do we know what that is? Yeah, I think we do, right? Um,
Yeah.
I should have put this in the herpes, honestly. I feel like this maybe should have been in my top 5 for the past 4 years. Because I was playing it in 2022. I took a break, but I'm like fully back in it. It's an iOS game called Retro Bowl. It's like this, I don't know
Ooh.
if it's 8-bit or 16-bit kind of arcade football game, but it feels so good. It it feels like better football than Madden has ever felt for me, honestly. The passing is so smooth. You can run, you can juke. You upgrade your players,
That's amazing.
you draft players, and like the game starts and you have to choose like a bad team. You're the coach and you have to build that team up, and then the better you do, more teams will offer you a position, a coaching job on their team. So I literally just yesterday won my first championship with the Chargers, and now I feel like I'm kind of done on it. Like I although there's it's not a
Yeah.
platinum trophy, but there's achievements, and I kind of want to get all of those too. And they also have Retro Bowl College, which is a separate game that I'm playing as well. So, yep,
Send it to me.
I will.
I want to
It's
see
very
this.
fun. It's very very fun. Oh, I meant to be playing a little
I
bit
had
of
fun playing
playing what?
a little bit of what?
No, I was gonna have a little video playing on the screen while I was talking about it, and I totally forgot.
Ah, that's okay. No, I have fond memories of playing Madden 06. Pretty much that one exclusively back in the day.
Oh, 6 was the best.
And rocking with the Chargers, Rivers Gates, LT, domination. Super Bowl after Super Bowl.
I
Good
don't know if
times.
I don't know what I ever did in that game. I don't think I played seasons. I don't even know if I played by myself. I just played other people, like my dad or Jake or Robin or something.
Yeah, the franchise mode was fun. Two things I just thought of. So I was gonna say, what are you looking forward to playing? But I want to shout out Skate for whenever that's gonna come out. And I just downloaded MLB The Show 24
Okay.
on because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
They added female players
Really?
into the baseball game, and you can do a career mode, and they have a story
Really?
to play as a female player in the major leagues. And so, because I've kind of I played so many career modes when I was younger. Like I'm kind of over just always playing as myself and doing this. So the
Yeah.
first time I did this was on one of the 2Ks that I got for free, and I should download the new one even because it just got out of the Game Pass. And I made Maya. I face scanned her in, and I played as Maya, and I made her Steph Curry, and it was so much fun. I can't even lie.
What do you mean you made her Steph Curry?
She'd never missed. Oh, I
Oh,
just made her a shooter, and I was just out there
okay.
juking people, and she was just well, she was lefty, so she was just draining people. It is so bizarrely fun, and so I already decided I'm gonna make Maya in MLB
Oh, that's
and put
awesome.
her probably on the Dodgers or something, and do that career mode. I think I and just kind of see what that I have to try that out.
I love that. That's fun.
Yeah,
Um, what games am I looking forward to playing?
yeah.
I'm not looking forward to playing The
Either by
Last of
yourself
Us,
or Hangouts.
but
That's
I
fine.
will. Yeah. Um, I I mean, I
If your answer is
shouldn't.
nothing, that's fine.
No, I don't. I really want to play Fallout 4. I want to try a
Ooh,
Fallout game. I feel like I'm meant to play Fallout. I don't know why, but everything about it, the vibe of it and everything kind of speaks to me. So I want to play it and see if I dig it, and and I definitely want to play a more recent one because if it's too old and clunky, then I'm gonna drop out. But
dude.
what,
Do you remember how hyped I was? And I was determined
for
that we were all
76?
gonna play Fallout 76.
Yeah,
Is this a Hangouts?
to play 76.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm super down. Yeah, I'm down to try anything.
Is it? I feel like play Fallout 4,
Yeah.
get in with the story and stuff, and then maybe we can do that.
I like the idea of Huber Hangouts being like us trying a game, and then if we like it,
Yeah.
then we can like keep going with it on separate days or something. But yeah, no, I love the idea of using it to play things we may not otherwise play. So I think we should try it.
I'm down for anything.
Um,
So
what about you? What else do
you
you want
do
to
you want to
play
speak? Um,
for Hangouts or whatever?
I no, I was gonna say, do you want to explain Hangouts a little?
Yeah, so Huber Hangouts is our other channel, which used to be called Huber Rebels Casual. Not a great name. We're changing it to Huber Hangouts, where it'll just be the VODs at the moment because we don't have the capacity to live stream high quality of us just chilling and playing games. And we're gonna aim, hopefully, to at least have one of those a week. Scheduling is kind of hard right now, but if we can do more, we can do more, and we'll do our best. But yeah, and like we're realizing now, we're just gonna try different games and upload those there. No editing, just hanging out.
Yep, maybe some Minecraft, maybe some Overcooked, maybe some Power World, depending on what we can pull off.
It might end up being a lot of like Fortnite and Overcooked and all that kind of stuff because that stuff's fun. And oh, party games would
Yeah.
be fun.
I really want to play Party Animals. That's on Game Pass.
Okay, yeah.
Are you familiar with that? So you
Sounds
guys
a
could probably play co-op.
Yes, I'm familiar. I'm also remembering that I want to get another Xbox too, and I can't afford that. I
Don't
can't
do
be
it.
doing this. But I want to because Taylor plays the Xbox more than anything, and I want to play Xbox games with her and you guys. So, I don't know. I found the fridge. They had one at Target.
What fridge?
The
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 Xbox fridge that's still in the wild?
yeah. I was like, "Is this rare?" And I looked it up on eBay and it wasn't really at all. So, I thought I was like, "Can I buy this and
Yeah.
sell it for a lot of money?" But no.
No. If you're finding one now, you can definitely not buy it and sell it for a lot.
No.
Well, yeah, we'll find lots of fun stuff to play. I'm currently wrapping up my journey um, through the Tears of the Kingdom. It's kind of hard to believe because I remember like one starting the game and being like, this is the same, but also this is massive, and also I can't wrap my head around this, and just how different of I view it now. It's definitive. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like they have to change direction because you can't top this version of this.
That's
You just
crazy.
they have to mix it up. I'm very excited for the next one. I want it to be different, but this is the ultimate. Everything that's come before it, Zelda game.
That's so interesting to do that in two. Like it's not a trilogy. It's just like here's this, it's perfect. Here's this, it's perfecter. Drop the
It's
mic.
weirdly, almost timingly, perfectly analogous to God of War and Ragnarok.
Yeah.
They were going to do it in three, and they decided to do it in two, and it's perfect and perfecter.
Yeah. Uh, I
It's
mean,
incredible.
Last of Us 2, right? As well. Although
They're making
now it
three,
seems like they're going to make another one, yeah. Um, but
and those weren't together. They did Uncharted 4 in between. Weird.
true. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
I So I got all the shrines.
Congrats. That's crazy. With no guides?
I'm finishing up all no, I don't think.
Good for you.
But here's what's amazing about this game. They give you all the things in the game to be able to do it.
Yeah.
They there's a oh, let me do this so that I can find all this stuff. It's not just all right, bang your head against the wall.
I love when
And
games
that's
care
I
about your quality of life and time when you're using it. Did you know Final Fantasy 16 had that like active time lore they called it where like I don't know if you would pause or something but it would give you like bubbles about the people in the scene and explain who they are and what their relations are and like it's like the X-ray thing on Amazon Prime when you pause and it shows you who's in it and like all that stuff. Like that's awesome. I want more games to do
That's amazing.
stuff like that. But yeah, giving you the tools to
We
find all this stuff without looking it up online is genius.
I maybe had to look up like two things. My last shrine was actually like a puzzle, and I was like, "Oh, just look it up." And I was like, "No, what are you doing? This is the last shrine. You don't need to look this up." So I sat and I figured it out, and it was the greatest thing ever.
That's awesome.
I was
Yeah, you
just
would be
like, "Yes,
so
I figured it out."
disappointed if you looked that up.
Yeah,
You would only ever remember that.
exactly. And so I got the reward for completing all the shrines, and boy, was it not what I was expecting.
You didn't know what it was going to be?
I did not know what it was going to be,
Oh.
and I don't even know how to explain it. I
I
will
will
not say it.
you won't for the other people
No.
cuz I'll never do that.
No. When you beat the game, I'll tell you what it is. I'll show
Oh,
you what it is.
okay. Ah, God. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you beat it and you're like, I don't want to get all the shrines, I will definitely show you.
Okay. Fine. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, for the next
So
8 months, I'll be reporting back every week on this show about my journey through Tears of the Kingdom. The way.
the thing is I knew I wanted to 100% this game, so that's why I've dragged it out. You
Yeah.
can beat this game much, much faster.
Yeah.
I'm at
Just
235 hours. You do not need to put that into this. Yeah, it's
wait.
by far the most time I've ever put into a game.
What's the
That's
second
not like
closest?
Minecraft,
Right.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. What about like
Yes.
Odyssey or something like that? Not even close?
I'll look it up, but I'm not even close.
Yeah.
It didn't do it right. Here's 800 moons.
Sorry,
It
not that
wasn't
Odyssey.
wasn't.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Assassin's Creed. Those are all under 150.
Okay. I
If
knew
I
you
now
spent
if
a
I go
lot of
back
time in
and
that though.
yeah, if I go back and Platinum Odyssey, I don't think I'd even get to 200. But I do want to do that. I want to go sail around Greece again. That was
Yeah.
fun. I vibed with Cassandra.
All
She's
right.
badass.
You've convinced me. This show has convinced me. I will do it. I owe it to myself and the me being on this gaming show. I need to beat that game, so I will.
Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it.
It's daunting,
It's
but I will.
it gets much less daunting.
Good.
I headshot every time now.
Wow. God, the combat, I hate it.
The little
I really hate it.
no, I remember that's how I started. I was like, I can't fight anything, and now I'm like, pop, pop, pop. I'm like, wow, what? This has changed. I'm like backflipping off of stuff and slow mowing and flying up. Like I I didn't think I could get to that point. That's kind of the beauty of games is that journey
Hmm.
from when you first pick it up to when you put it down. And I'm ready to go on another one of those journeys. I want to be a wizard and be like, and then by the end I'm like, woof, 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 and flying and doing all that. Or
God,
Jedi's lightsabering.
yes. I hope I didn't overhype it. I
No,
I do think you'll like it, but I don't want to oversell it.
I'm very
But
much I'm very much aware of what it is.
yeah, you've heard you've heard what people have said about it, but you've heard my reaction the most. So
Yeah, it's not even like what people have said. Like I understand what it is and like I'm sold. I made sure
and
all my Pottermore stuff was updated.
I know this is going back a couple weeks, but Warner Brothers, I viscerally hate you. And if you
Yep.
ruin any chance of getting another one of these or you try to make it a cash grab, I'm I'm gonna come and visit you in
You don't
Studio
you don't
City
want a
and
live
hurt
service?
somebody. I probably
You don't
would
want a
try
live
it.
service Hogwarts?
I would try it out. But no, I don't want. I just want Legacy 2.
Yeah. We're not gonna have a choice. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe someone will knock some sense out of them.
That seems unlikely.
But oh, even though it doesn't seem like there's a lot, I think we covered a lot.
We did. That was a
And
great episode 1.
the journey begins here. And hopefully by episode 50, the full vision that I have for this suit and tie, desk and whatever included will come to fruition. But we got plenty of time
Yes,
to get that vision.
we'll make that happen. We got to start somewhere. That's always been my issue is I don't start something until I feel like I can do it perfectly, but you just got to start and then keep tweaking and improving. So, I'm happy we're doing this.
And even though it's dangerous to go alone, we're taking this.
Take this.
That being said, thank you guys for watching and sticking with us. If you have any feedback, questions, ideas, things you want us to cover, you want to accuse us of or try to take our gamer cards away, go for it. It's not going to work. But I hope you stay tuned and keep watching. My name is Ethan.
My name is Jordan.
This has been Game Chat Tonight with the Huber Rebels. We'll see you next week.